Capital T is the dominant gene that controls tallness. Small t is the recessive gene that controls dwarfness. So this was in the monohybrid cross experiment. Then in the dihybrid cross experiment, the parent plants, the genotypes of parent plants, they were right. So these were the genotypes in case of dihybrid cross experiment. So this one, the first, it is the homozygous pea plant or homozygous parent pea plant. Even this is also homozygous parent pea plant. Now in these two genotypes, the first and second. Now here, this is one pair of genes. This is another pair of genes. Capital R, two similar genes, homozygous. Small y, this is also two similar genes, homozygous. Now here, what is this capital R? Right? So capital R is the dominant gene that controls round shape of seeds. It controls round shape of seeds. Similarly, if you consider this capital Y, so capital Y is the dominant gene that controls yellow color of seeds, right? Similarly, if you consider this parent plant, small r and small y, that is the recessive parent plant. So the first pair, small r, both the genes, they are same, means they are recessive genes. So this is homozygous condition. Second pair, small y, they are also recessive genes. So two similar genes, homozygous condition. So this parent plant is also homozygous. Now in this, what is this small r? Small r is the recessive gene that controls wrinkled shape of seeds. So wrinkled shape of seeds is controlled by recessive gene small r. Similarly, in this case, small y. So small y is a recessive gene. Now this recessive gene, small y, it controls which character? It controls the green color of seeds or cotyledons. So understood this? So capital R, in case of dihybrid cross experiment, capital R is the dominant gene that controls round shape of seeds. Small r is the recessive gene that controls wrinkled shape of seeds. So now you can see here, these are the two seed shapes. First one is round and second is wrinkled. So this is controlled by dominant gene and this is controlled by recessive gene. So round shape, wrinkled shape, controlled by dominant gene. This is controlled by recessive gene. Similarly, the another two genes, capital Y and small y. So capital Y is the dominant gene. Remember, capital letter indicates a dominant gene and small letter indicates a recessive gene. So capital Y, here it is the dominant gene that controls yellow color of seeds or yellow color of cotyledons. If you consider small y, it is the recessive gene that controls green color of seeds. So round and wrinkled is one pair of contrasting characters in pea plants with respect to the seed shape. Yellow and green colors of seeds, right? Yellow and green colors of seeds, they are also a pair of contrasting characters with respect to seed color, right? So these are the two characters that were considered in the dihybrid cross experiment. The two characters considered were seed shape and seed color. right? So I hope you have understood the meanings of all these letters. In that case, capital T is the dominant gene, small t recessive gene. Capital T dominant gene controls tallness, small t recessive gene it controls dwarfness, right? The next we shall take example of another character in pea plants, that is the flower color. So what are the flower colors in pea plants? So the flower colors are violet and white. So violet and white. So what is the pair of contrasting characters in case of pea plants with respect to flower color? So they are violet and white. So violet and white is a pair of contrasting character with respect to flower color. So violet color of the flowers and white color of the flowers. So this is the dominant character, this is the recessive character. So what should be the genes here? Capital V is the gene that controls violet color of the flowers. What about white? White is controlled by small v. So capital V is the dominant gene for violet color, small v is the recessive gene for white color. So next we will consider another type of cross, that is called a test cross. So before considering test cross, we shall consider the homozygous and heterozygous conditions in the violet and white flower colors. Sure, in case of violet color, there may be this condition, so I will write it here, capital V, then capital V, small v, right? So a pair of dominant genes, capital V, capital V. So phenotype here will be violet. What is this violet? Violet color, I think you have seen violet color. When you mix blue with pink, so blue plus pink, you get violet. Here, one dominant, one recessive gene. So what should be the phenotype? It should be again violet. In case of white, when both recessive genes are present in the pea plant, the flower color will be violet. So these are the different genotypes and these are the phenotypes with respect to flower color in pea plants. So coming to the test cross. So how you can define this test cross? So test cross, it is a cross between F1 plant, and its recessive parent plant, right? So a cross between F1 and its recessive parent plant is called test cross. So in test cross, we are crossing F1 and the recessive parent plant. What is the importance or why test cross is done, or what is the significance of test cross? Significance or importance of test cross, or why we do a test cross, right? So test cross is mainly done So test cross is done to find out whether the F1 is homozygous or heterozygous. See, when you are doing crossing in pea plants or when you are doing crossing experiments is also called hybridization experiment. So when you are actually doing crossing experiments in the garden, that time to test or to find out whether the F1 plants are homozygous or heterozygous, a cross is done. It is called test cross. So test cross helps us to find out whether the F1 plants are homozygous or heterozygous. So we shall take the example of the flower color to explain the test cross. So we shall do a test cross here. So we have made a cross here. So we have crossed two parent pea plants. So we have crossed two pea plants. One plant is producing violet flowers. So this has produced violet flowers. And this plant produces white flowers. So a plant producing violet flowers is crossed with a pea plant producing white flowers. So in this cross, we have obtained F1. That is the filial one progeny or first generation. It is violet. Okay. Now, so when you are doing this actually in the field or in the garden, how to find out whether this F1 is homozygous or heterozygous? To do that, what is done? This F1 plant is crossed with the recessive parent plant. So here these are two parent plants. This parent plant is recessive, whereas this parent plant is dominant and this is recessive. So F1 is crossed with this recessive parent plant. So I will write that cross here. So what we have done here? We have crossed F1 plant with the recessive parent plant. We want to find out the genotype, right? We want to find out the genotype of F1, right? Whether it is homozygous or heterozygous. Now, so when you in the garden, when you cross this F1, which is violet, with the recessive parent plant, what is the possibility in this cross when we cross these two plants? The offsprings that are produced, the offsprings which we obtain, right? They may produce violet flowers. There is possibility that all offsprings may produce violet flowers, or there is possibility that some plants or some offsprings may produce violet flowers and some offsprings may produce white flowers. So there are two conditions. One condition is all offsprings will produce violet flowers. Second condition, some offsprings may produce violet and some offsprings may produce white flowers. Okay. Now, imagine all offsprings have produced violet flowers. then we can easily come to know the genotype of F1, whether it is homozygous or heterozygous. When all offsprings are violet, it means this F1 has to be, so I will write the first condition, the F1 has to be homozygous. The F1 has to be homozygous. What is the homozygous condition here? Capital V, capital V. Right? F1 has to be homozygous. So now I will write it here. This violet F1 is homozygous. This parent is recessive. So we shall make a cross now. So this is the genotype of the F1, both dominant genes. It will produce gametes. All gametes will have a dominant gene. So these are the gametes produced by F1. Recessive parent plant. It is also homozygous. All gametes will have a recessive gene, small v. So these are the gametes of recessive parent plant. Fine. Now we shall fuse these gametes to obtain the new generation. So here capital V, small v, capital V, small v, capital V, small v, capital V and small v. Right? This is fused with this, this is fused with this. This is fused with this and this is fused with this. So you get this. Now see the genotypes of the new generation. All are heterozygous. And what they produce? Violet, 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 violet. So all have produced violet flowers. Means so when all 100% plants, means when all plants produce violet flowers, it means F1 has to be homozygous. So F1 has to be homozygous, having both dominant genes. Right? Second condition. So we shall consider the second condition. So another possibility is, now here in this cross, sorry, erase this. So second possibility, this is violet, this is white, right? F1, this is your parent plant. Sometimes what happens, some flowers are white, sorry, violet, and some are white, right? So 50% plants may produce violet flowers, 50% offsprings may produce white flowers. So in that case, the F1 has to be heterozygous. The F1 has to be heterozygous. So here this is the heterozygous condition. One dominant gene and one recessive gene. Whereas here it is recessive. This F1 now it will produce how many types of gametes? Two types of gametes. 50% having dominant gene and 50% recessive gene. Here all gametes will have only recessive gene. So substitute these gametes on the Punnett square. Right? So here these are the two types of gametes. Here only one type of gametes. Now fuse these gametes to obtain the genotypes. Like this, you will find something like this. Now if you observe the genotypes, this is heterozygous condition, even this is heterozygous condition of the of the offsprings. Here it is homozygous, both are recessive genes. This is also homozygous, both are recessive genes. Now what should be the phenotypes here? So in this case, this is violet, this is also violet. Here it is white, here it is white. That means 50% plants they produce violet flowers and 50% plants they produce white flowers. So when this condition occurs when your F1 is heterozygous. So this is how, by doing a test cross, we can find out the genotype of the F1, whether it is homozygous or heterozygous.